Good morning, everyone. Or at least it's still morning here. We're looking at a hot, humid day today. Let me switch this. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but we still got standing water everywhere. It's been raining off and on for weeks. We got more coming in late tonight, early tomorrow, I don't know. But anyway, give you a little update on some things. I haven't done a video in a while. We're gonna go out here to the goat pen, and I've talked about this fence. Real happy with this, even though we're gonna have to adjust it here. This tree looked like that all the way down here. The goats have pruned it. At least all the leaves off of it. They love it. I believe it's a crabapple tree. The problem is they're eating some of the bark off of it now. Anyway, there's Acorn coming out to say hi. Everybody else is just napping this morning. Like I said, this is a Premier One fence. I'm real happy with it. There's Conrad. He's being nosy. That's Salty laying down there, and I think the little one should be to the left of Salty is Chocolata, they call her. Here's Conrad. I'm pretty sure all the girls are bred now. And laying over there looks like JW laying on top of the live trap and Fancy laying in front of him. But everybody else is in a house or in the shade somewhere. We had some issues. Our Premier One charger, which we've had for quite a while now. I don't remember how long we've had it. Where it wasn't working right. Which these solar chargers, my experience, I've had 3 of them. Yeah. I've got this one. Right now I can't remember what the first one we bought was. But I guess just due to a lack of how else to explain it, they're not perpetual motion machines. The batteries wear on them. Somehow we're thinking, I don't know, but we were thinking that the solar panel got disconnected from the battery. I don't know how it all works there, and so the battery would run down on it. We would charge it. You can see the port maybe. But anyway, there's a way you can charge it by plugging it into the wall, and we would do that occasionally and it'd run down. But we think we got that figured out. And in the meantime, we had to move the chicken pen close here because we have it on a plug-in charger that works well. We have gone we still have 2 of these solar chargers we're using, one on a pig pen, but everything else we got plug-in chargers on now. Just because the solar chargers seem to be a little bit inconsistent, especially in the winter time. We're going to have to rearrange this chicken pen again here in a little bit. And I'm going to have to reconfigure the goat pen here just because we need to separate the boys, like Acorn here. He's been nosy what I'm talking about. But him and Conrad. The girls and the babies, they just don't care. Of course, they're not really babies anymore. They're getting to be good size. I got to rework that too so we can separate all the boys from the girls. If you're looking for a buck goat, we have 4 of them we're going to be parting with. I got a chicken. This guy, it's not a big deal. We'll get him back in. I don't know, can you see him there? So anyway, just in the water, just water everywhere. We can't get anything done. You can see we got parts of this yard. Now the hay looks great if we can just get somebody to come and cut it and bale it for us. Chickens got lots of shade. We've got, I don't know, let me walk back around there. As I think I've mentioned in other videos, we had a good, back up a little bit more. We have an incubator where we can hatch our own eggs. And we tried it once before. Out of a dozen eggs, we got 12 chicks. Sorry, that's not right. Out of 12 eggs, we got 4 chicks. And yes, I know a dozen is 12. So right now our chicks are in. I need to get in there and move that because I can tell they've already smashed the grass down pretty good there. Get them on some fresh grass here in a little bit. I don't know how well y'all can see. Probably can't see any chicks at all. But anyway, this time she got 20 that hatched and we lost 2. I don't know exactly what happened to them. Just found them outside of the brooder we had them in, dead. So I don't know what happened, but we now have 18. Probably 4 of them are going to my mom's house because she's been wanting some chickens and we told her we would hatch some. So there we go. Pigs are doing good, and I got a little bit of a story here. Was it 3 weeks ago today? We had somebody come by and buy 5 pigs from us. They were all weaning size and a little bit bigger. Nothing over about 30 pounds. Okay, so they take them home. They're repeat buyers from us. And they drive about, I think, close to 75 miles. I may be wrong, but they drive quite a ways to get here. And they're excellent customers. They either want gilts, which are females, or they want barrows, which are boars that have been castrated. I'm not doing very good videography today. But anyway, so they take them home, and like I said, this is about the 4th or 5th time they've bought from us, so they're not new to this. They know what they're doing. But anyway, almost a week goes by, and they contact me. Hey, do you have any more pigs? A couple of dogs got in and killed every one of them. I'm a dog person, so, but if you have dogs, make sure you contain them or teach them not to molest livestock, because in the state of Missouri, it is legal for someone to kill your dog if he's molesting their livestock. So if you like your dog, train it not to molest livestock or keep it contained somehow. And I'm not the kind of person that cares how you contain your animal as long as you take care of it. But yeah, that's one of the things you got to worry about. And you got to worry about people dumping dogs out in the country, you know. So just keep that in mind if you have animals, pet or dogs. Okay, you probably didn't hardly notice it, but I had to take a little break, talk to the #1 farmhand a minute. But I just can't emphasize enough to, if you're going to have dogs and you live out where there's livestock, contain your animals. You need to contain them anyway, but teach them not to molest the neighbor's livestock. because that can cost you your dog. It could cost you the money of buying a cow or a pig or, goats, sheep, whatever. Just to give you a hint, and small livestock are more susceptible to dogs, like weaning pigs, small pigs, but also baby goats, goats in general, but baby goats can get expensive. We have a deposit on a full-blood registered mini Nubian goat, and she is going to cost us $800. So keep that in mind, and imagine a heifer calf, because when they take you to court over your dog killing their calf, or dogs, you're not only going to have to pay for the price of that heifer calf, but every calf that heifer could have produced in its lifetime. And say the average life expectancy of a cow is 10 years, and I don't know if that's the number or not. It's just make the math easier on me. That's about 9 calves, 8 or 9 calves. And right now, calves are expensive. And of course, it's going to depend on what breed they are, So, if you live in a country and you have dogs, train them not to molest livestock. Fortunately, I haven't had much trouble with that here because I keep dogs. I like to keep a dog outside that is kind of free range. Now, I haven't done all the training I should have done, but we have chickens, we have goats, we have pigs, we have cows, and of course our dog is Opal there, a border collie mix. She's not full-blooded border collie, but she pretty much stays on the property. She doesn't go to the neighbors and molest their livestock. We've had some issues where we've had to do some training on getting her to, she's killed a couple of chickens. We think we've not caught her in the act, but she's a little rough on chickens. So we usually don't have chickens out, even though you can see one right here that's out. But if they're out, one of us is out here. Same way with the goats. Rhonda likes to let the goats, they're way over there. But anyway, she likes to get out and roam around and get some different stuff to eat. So, just remember, if you're in a country and your neighbors have livestock and you have dogs, make sure that your dog isn't going to be killing your neighbor's livestock, because they're not going to be happy with you. And not only does it cause trouble with your neighbors, you may end up losing a dog or two. You may get a huge lawsuit. So be careful about that. I can only speak for the state of Missouri, like I said, because that's where I live. But a farmer is absolutely 100% within their rights to kill a dog that molests livestock. Now, I'm pretty sure that most of them will come and talk to you and say, hey, look, you need to do something about your dog. I can't have him molesting my livestock. Now, they may not put it that way, but, you can imagine how they might phrase that to you. So, make sure you contain your dogs, especially if they're larger breeds. I can't stress it enough, because like I said, that guy, he lost the $300 that he spent buying those pigs from me, but he also lost the gas money and that time it took to get it. And let me see, by the time you feed out a pig and pay for the processing, depending on the size, you're looking at about, I don't know, $600-700 worth of meat per pig. So 5 times 6, to make the math easy on my little brain, 5 times 6, that's $3,000 plus the $300 that he initially invested. I think that they could go after this person and get an easy $5,000 from it, plus kill their dogs. So I can't, like I said, I can't stress it enough that you have to either train your dogs to stay on your property, contain your dogs somehow, teach them not to mess with livestock. You could save their lives, and you could save your relationship with your neighbors. Good neighbors are important. I mean, I have good neighbors. They have dogs. Both of my neighbors have dogs. I have dogs. I've never had a problem with my neighbors' dogs on my property molesting my livestock. The neighbors to the south, of course, they keep him contained, but they have a wolfhound. He's huge. It's kind of scary to get out there at night and hear him howling. It's eerie. But anyway, so I got no problem. I'm not the kind of person that thinks all pit bulls or all dogs that look like pit bulls shouldn't exist. I'm not that guy, but they can be trained to leave livestock alone, and you have to do it because it's your liability. You know, I don't know how this guy I sold those pigs to dealt with his neighbor and the dogs, or I don't know, maybe the dogs were just dumped, which is another thing that just, if you'll pardon my French, pissed me off. Because, you know, don't get a dog if you're not ready for everything that comes with it. And if you think you may have to move, and don't get a dog, or whatever reason they dump them for. You know what you're getting. Don't just go out in the country and dump it, because, you know, if you care about animals, it just may get shot. It happens. I have not done it. I usually try to catch them and take them to an animal shelter. But anymore around here, they want you to pay to take in an animal. So I'm not going to pay. I don't have the money to pay to have a dog spayed or neutered that is not mine. And like I said, I've never killed a stray, and I don't really want to. But just take care of your animals. And if you're not going to breed that dog, go ahead and have it spayed and neutered. I mean, none of my dogs are spayed or neutered. I only have 2 right now. One's a registered coonhound, and the other's a border collie, and I think maybe at some point I might breed her to get some border collie puppies. But if either of these dogs happen to get bred, I will take care of the puppies responsibly, because that's my responsibility. But anyway, enough about that. And like I said, I can't stress that enough to just train your dogs, or confine them, and keep an eye on them, you know. So that's enough about that. I have been building cheese slicers lately here in the shop. That's the one good thing about this rainy weather. I can get in the shop and get some stuff done. Although, I'm embarrassed, but I'm going to show you this mess. Okay, start right here, the window. You can see electric cords hanging out. None of these wires are live, so don't get all upset because I got exposed wiring. There's no electricity in those wires. But as you can see, I got a mess. I need to get some organization going on here, but I can't organize until I get the electric done. I mean, it's just, and I got wires over here to run. I got some wires over here to run right now. I'm running off extension cords. Fortunately, usually the most I have running at one time is the computer and the laser engraver and or one of these other tools at a time. I'll have a fan a lot of times. I put it in the window there and have it blowing out. It pulls air in through this window and puts fumes out there. But anyway, I've started another cheese slicer here. This was for my mom. That's just about half of it. But anyway, I'll post some pictures here, and let you see what they look like when they're done. So I guess I'm going to wrap this video up. I know I did a lot of rambling about dogs and, protect yourself if you're a dog owner. So, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. There'll be some pictures in here, so don't take off because I'm going to post some pictures in of my cheese slicers I've made and sold already. So, with that being said, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And don't forget to pray.